Hi guys, welcome back. Miss all of you guys. I will try a different way to teach you other than give you like any other videos. So I'm gonna try to record myself every day, and you guys can watch the video so you can learn the topic. So let's start the do now by reviewing what we did before break, which is finding sum and difference of polynomials. So let's try to review this. First one, number one, it's subtraction. As you can see, in the middle is subtraction. You want to always check what is the operation in the middle. First step, as you remember, put every polynomial in a standard form, which is highest exponent to lowest exponent. So let's start with the first one. 7x squared minus 3x plus 1 minus second one will become x cubed plus x squared minus 2. Now, in the case of the subtraction, as you remember, we distribute the negative inside the second polynomial. Then we combine like terms at the end. So 7x squared minus 3x plus 1 minus x cubed minus x squared plus 2. Now we combine the like terms and we start with the highest exponents. Always makes sense to do this. So negative x cubed, cross it out from the list. Now we look at the x squared. I have 7x squared and take away 1x squared. So 6x squared. Then a negative 3x by itself. A positive 1 and a positive 2 will add up to positive 3. So here is the difference. Okay, let's go to number 2. In the middle, we see addition. So we're going to combine like terms. And again, we put them in standard form. Take a minute, try to do number 2 by yourself. Tell me what you're going to get. Okay, so let's try. Put in standard form. 3x squared plus 7x minus 6. I don't need this anymore because it's addition. Plus x cubed minus 2x squared plus x minus 1. Now let's combine like terms. Again, we start with the highest exponent, which is x cubed in this case. 3x squared minus 2x squared will combine to positive x squared. A 7x and an x will combine to 8x. And finally, negative 6 and negative 1 will combine to a negative 7. Good. Hope you got this one. Let's go talk about multiplication. Okay, we multiply polynomial. We've learned how to do this before, except we're doing it now with multiple terms. Multiplying polynomial is always based on distributive property. So we're going to take every term in the first polynomial and multiply it, distribute to every term in the second polynomial. Let's look at the first example here. Number 1. Start with number 1. Number 1, we're going to have the first polynomial is 3x cubed. The second polynomial is the whole entire polynomial inside the parentheses. So what I will do is I'm going to start distributing. Remember, when you distribute, we like to do arrows. It makes our life much simpler. So let's start. 3 times 2, 3 and 2 is their numbers. We multiply to 6. X cubed times x cubed, because they are powers of the same base, we add exponent. So 6x to 6. Let's go to the second part. 3x cubed times negative x squared, negative 3x to the 5th. Go to the next one. 3x cubed times negative 7x is negative 21. X to the, what do you think? Very good. 3 and this one here has an invisible exponent is 1. So when I add the exponent 3 and 1, I will get 4. So negative 21x to the fourth. Finish the last one, and you get negative 9x cubed. So here is my final answer. I will give you a couple minutes to do number 2 and number 3. Good. Let's go now to number 2. So we're going to get negative 2x to the 6, positive 10 x to the 5th, negative 6 x to the 4th, and finally positive 10 x to the 3rd. Guys, excuse my handwriting. I'm just getting used to writing on the screen. I'm new with this. Okay, let's go to number 3. I'm going to distribute this way. So I will have negative 12 y to the 4th, and then I will get positive 6 y squared. What do you think? Like it? Okay, let's try more terms. Okay, let's go to the next slide. I'm trying to find the product. So I have x plus 8 times x minus 7. Each one is a binomial. Binomial means it has 2 terms. X is and 8, 2 terms. X and negative 7, 2 terms. We're going to continue doing distributive property. Pay attention the way I'm going to do it. Again, arrows are very helpful tool. X times x, we get, very good, x squared. X times negative 7 is negative 7x. 8 times x is positive 8x. 8 times negative 7 is negative 56. Now, most of these problems, when you finish, most likely you're going to have to simplify in some way by combining like terms. So if you look here, I see like terms. Where are the like terms in here? Very good. Negative 7x and 8x are like terms. So x squared, when I combine this and this, 8x take away 7x, I will get a positive 1x, and then minus 56. And here is my product. Take a minute and try to do number 2 by yourself. So y times y is y squared. Y times 5 is 5y. 2 times y is 2y. 2 times 5 is 10. So y squared plus 7y plus 10. Very good. Now remember, we always look between the 2 polynomials in the middle. This middle here, there was no plus and there was no sign, or no positive and no negative, which means it's neither addition or subtraction, it's multiplication. Always look between the polynomial before you decide what operation is this. Now let's try to teach you a cute mnemonics that we use in multiplying binomials. Here is the mnemonic. I'm going to tell you the mnemonic in a minute. Let me write it first. The mnemonic is called FOIL. And FOIL is a representation of distributive properties with multiplying binomials. So let's try. When we do the distributive property, I multiply first x times x, and I will get x squared. X and x are the first term in here, and the first term in the first polynomial, and the first term in the second polynomial. This is why we start with letter F. It's first. F-I-R-S-T. O is for outer, because the next time when I'm distributing, I'm going to do x times 2. X times 2 is 2x. X here is the outer, 2 is the outer. So we're multiplying outer term times outer term. So O is for outer. Then the next one we need to distribute is negative 6 times x. So negative 6x. Negative 6 is the inner, x is the inner. So this is why we call I for inner. Then we multiply negative 6 times positive 2, which is negative 12. Negative 6 is the last, 2 is the last, so we call it L for last. So FOIL stands for first, outer, inner, last. It's the same thing as doing distributive property. I want you just to be exposed to the word, so when you hear it later, you know what it means. In my opinion, I just do use distributive property all the time. Don't finish to combine your like terms, so x squared minus 4x minus 12. Let's try to do one more slide and then we guys can practice. Okay, so here is my slide. I'm gonna start now distributing, multiplying. How did I know it's multiply? Because when I look in the middle, there is no addition and there is no subtraction, so I know it's multiplication. Okay, let's start to distribute. Don't forget your arrows. 2x times negative 5x is negative 10x squared. Good job. 2x times 1 is 2x. 3 times negative 5x is negative 15x. 3 times 1 is 3. Combined like terms. Do we see like terms? Yes, we see. A 2x and a negative 15x. They will combine to negative 13x and then the positive 3. I will give you a minute to do number 2 by yourself. Okay, let's try now. 3x times 3 is 9x. 3x times negative x is negative 3x squared. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times negative x is negative 4x. Now let's combine like terms and arrange it in standard form all at once. Highest exponent is negative 3x squared. Let's put it in the front. A 9x and a negative 4x. 9x take away 4x will become 5x. And finally, we end with the 12. I think this is enough for today. You guys will have, after you finish this puzzle, you will have quizzes that's already assigned to you to help you practice multiplying binomials or polynomials in general. Okay, have a great day, everyone. Bye.